Hey everyone, my name is Janet. Now let's dim the lights.
Oh, the horror!
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where we talk about all things spooky, uninviting, and downright horrific. As usual, I don't take myself seriously. I really hope that you don't either. I'm just here to provide lighthearted, digestible reviews. And if you are looking for something a little bit more serious and a little bit more straightforward, there are YouTube channels that do that. I'm just not one of them. Today I'm back with yet another haunted house found footage film. If you watch my recent video on top 10 Halloween movies to stream this year, you would know that I have quite an affinity for this exact sort of horror movie. In my defense this time around, I actually had no idea what this movie was about before I really started watching it. I was really just following a recommendation. I think these things just have a way of finding me. I'm talking about the relatively new release Deadstream, which I believe came out last month and is co-written, directed, and stars Joseph Winter. This is Winter's debut feature film and really body of work unless you want to count that credit as an uncredited bass player in High School Musical 2, which is a bit paradoxical, credited as an uncredited bass player. Deadstream stars a disgraced YouTuber trying to regain his social standing after being temporarily demonetized as a result of a past video gone wrong. Known for his videos all about facing his fears, Sean, played by Winter, decides to face his ultimate fear: ghosts. For his redemption video, he decides to spend a night alone in an abandoned haunted house, but what begins as a gimmick to gain views quickly becomes a campaign for his life. Conceptually, this movie is a bit reminiscent of a few other Screen Life films that have come out recently that feature that narcissistic, influencer-y type protagonist that we absolutely love to hate. I'm talking about movies such as 2022's Dashcam, God Awful Mess, another movie that came out several years ago now, similarly titled Cam, which did a much better job at the whole thing, and another recent movie called Spree. No comment. On that note, Winter absolutely nailed that problematic internet personality archetype. He was obnoxious and childish and had this larger-than-life, made-for-TV personality that we've all stumbled across on YouTube when we're just looking for like a Photoshop tutorial or a cooking recipe. The reason I was a bit hesitant to watch Deadstream in the first place was because I was afraid it would be this corny, low-budget comedy masquerading as a horror movie just to kind of leech off Halloween audiences. And while that isn't entirely untrue, it actually surprised me even how little I was bothered by how much comedy they inserted into pretty much every moment of this film. It was corny, but I think the reason it was corny is because it's making fun of the corniness of these internet personalities. Bottom line is, this is very much a comedy film. Consider yourself warned. Yes, there were some unexpected jump scares and some eerie moments that could truly give Paranormal Activity a run for its money, but at the end of the day, I was most captivated by its comedy. The film is goofy and it takes advantage of every single moment that it can to insert a comedic break. So if you're into that kind of a thing, I think you'll definitely get a chuckle out of Deadstream. There's also something really unique about this exact sort of Screen Life film. In most cases where protagonists are trapped somewhere, we're used to them having no connection to the outside world. Whether their phone lines get cut, or their cell phone batteries die, or they're 10 feet underground in a catacomb, they usually cannot communicate with anybody. But in this case, Sean is so connected to reality and the rest of the world. He's live streaming to millions of viewers, and not only that, but he's interacting with them. So when he's begging them for help, internet sleuths are responding with real-time research and kind of breaking down clues around him to try to save him. However, Deadstream proves to us that even without the narrative shortcut of separating the protagonist from the rest of the world, evil is not that easy to escape. As Sean is pleading with his viewers, he's getting responses from "get out of the house" or people calling him out as a phony, and even when he does receive information, as valuable as it is, all it does is terrify him even further. Because the film is shot mostly in first-person POV, Deadstream kind of feels like you're watching someone play a horror game. It's the disembodied voices and the headlamp lighting and the choose-your-own-adventure interactions with the viewers that all adds to this feeling. But in other times, it feels kind of interactive in a different way. It feels like you're walking through a haunted house almost, and I think that has a lot to do with the terrible prosthetics and the pretty lousy practical effects, but it does make you feel involved. This film is nerdy and hilarious, and there's something childlike and innocent about it that I just adored. Like I said, the practical effects are pretty horrendous, but if you can look past the greenness of the film and really appreciate it for its campiness, I think you would really enjoy it. I give this one a 6 out of 10, and it is streaming on Shudder now. That is all I have for you today. Halloween is right around the corner, so go watch some spooky movies this week. I know that you don't really need an excuse to, but between all the VOD platforms, pretty much any movie you can think of right now is streaming somewhere for free, so take advantage of that. And if you do need help finding suggestions on what to stream, I did do a whole video on some of my favorite Halloween movies available on VOD right now, so go head over to my page and check that out. If you've stuck around this long, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you liked it and you want to subscribe to it. See you next week.